back with another video. I wanted to make a video real quick tonight because I just got off from work and I am tired, and I thought today as I got up, I kept thinking, you know, it would make me feel better if I started taking small steps to rebuild my life. And I am not the kind of person that would ask for anything. I'm the kind of person, I've always been self-sufficient, as I've stated many times in my videos. And I do recall making a GoFundMe account many months ago. But I don't think people were really willing to listen to what I was saying. But now they're like, after I put up the January Stalking Awareness Month video again, and people are starting to put two and two together, they realize that they were wrong. So anyway, hopefully, you know, people's, attitude has changed a little bit, and people will understand that this was completely wrong, and I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm completely innocent, and I'm tired of paying the price for crap, okay? So, with that being said, I am not the kind of person to ask for anything, but I do know that I'm going to need some help. And so my job right now is to look for work, okay? And I am trying to save back money so I can actually make that trek, okay? Meaning that I'm going to need a new apartment to live in. I have to downsize and just do everything all over again. I have to start all over again, and I realize it's going to take some money. Now, one of the things is that my concern is that the cost of living is so much higher in other parts of California than it is in Bakersfield, okay? Bakersfield is basically booting me. I'll let these boots off. I think they're making me a little bit too tall for this camera angle. Okay, so anyway, these are pretty flat boots too, but anyway, so the other parts of, my concern is the other parts of California is far more expensive, the cost of living, okay? So like, let's say, for example, you pay $1,000 a month for rent here to rent a house, okay? In other parts of California, renting an apartment may be anywhere from $1,400 to maybe $2,000, okay? So I have to be, I have to account for the cost difference that I'm going to be incurring as I leave Bakersfield, okay? And like I said, this is something that is being forced upon me, okay? I tried to look for equivalent work here in town, okay? But that was never an option. I was treated with nothing but contempt, even though I was the one who did everything right. So I'm doing the best I can to get out of this town and start my life all over again. Number one, I am not expecting people to give me money, but I would greatly appreciate donations if possible. I'm estimating anywhere by about $8,000. If I do receive any of these funds, everything is going to go to me relocating, meaning that I will use it for first, last month's rent, security deposit, whatever is required to secure an apartment, perhaps using it as for the moving via vehicle assistance actually moving. This is going to be really important because, this is all falling on me. I cannot have a roommate. I do not trust it, okay? Whatever the case is, I need to get my job search going. So I have to do what I have to do, and I'm doing everything I possibly can. I am putting back a little bit of money because I know I'm going to have to start all over again buying certain, household appliances. I'm going to have to get, utilities switched over, these sort of things that I'm going to have to incur. And I'm willing to do, I have to do this because I'm not happy here anymore, okay? This entire thing has ruined my life, and I'm very unhappy and just in a state of shock, okay? So I'm going to put the GoFundMe link underneath the description box. If you can make a donation, I would greatly appreciate it. Any amount, I would greatly appreciate. Like I said, I've done everything I could to get myself out of this situation. I've been making all kinds of points, case in points, and talking about this for the longest time, and I'm in need of serious help. So if you could, take it upon yourself to make a donation, not one bit of the money will go to waste. Like I said, I realized that when they were trying to mess with my employment by giving me less than what I actually deserved, that was a concern of mine because that limits your ability to live in different places, okay? Bakersfield is Bakersfield, okay? And even still, like what I'm making right now, I don't have enough to put away for, maybe sack away for retirement fund or, to cover the unexpected costs that might come up in my life. So, and it's my right, okay? I know Polly, she was like, well, you don't need and telling me what I need, okay? Fuck that bitch. I have every right to decide what I need, okay? And she has no right to do that. I believe that she's trying to force her lifestyle on me, and that doesn't work, okay? I don't like that lifestyle that she lives. I'm above that sort of thing, and I will never want to be anything like her. She's scum, and that's just the way it is. aside from that, and, you know, people can do whatever they want to do, but do not impose your will on other people. And that is, it's abuse, okay? Basically, I'm in an abusive situation, but I don't want to sit here and constantly say that. So basically, I'm okay. I'm not being physically threatened here. He doesn't really do anything. He's kind of a, you know, he's a wimpy dude, okay? He's a mama's boy, so he doesn't really do anything. If anything, I could probably kick his ass, okay? But still, I am comfortable. At least I'm comfortable here. I do have shelter. I do have food, and I'm safe, you know. But I do know that I cannot stay here for the simple fact that this is not an environment that is going to make me happy, and I have a right to be happy. So this is just me making forward plans, and I will be working on my job search this week. This is the week where I will actually start, you know, trying to make contact with people and doing what I can to actually get the ball rolling on my job search. So if you could find it in your heart to assist me by making donations, and like I said, not one penny will go to waste, I will greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Have a great day. Bye-bye.